So I figured I would show y'all kind of my home hospital setup and the protocols I follow when I'm in a flare. Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. And it is a happy Tuesday for me because thankfully I am feeling better than yesterday. If you watched yesterday's vlog, you'll know that I suddenly had this uptick in symptoms and have really not been feeling my best the past few days. I actually went to my doctor this morning. They did some blood work, which hasn't come back yet. Expect it to be totally fine. Urinalysis, finger stick to check blood sugar, everything checks out. They feel that, chronic illness is just unpredictable, and I probably entered a bit of a flare-up just because of the travel, the extra energy and stress on my body from visiting family all over Florida for a week, and the change in routine caught up to me, and I just ended up in a flare. Which may sound bad, but I'm glad that's all it is, as opposed to another source causing the uptick in symptoms, and I know how to handle it at home. Flare-ups can obviously vary in severity. I'm really not feeling well, but it's not a really dangerous flare-up that requires, intervention at the hospital or something. So I figured I would show y'all kind of my home hospital setup and the protocols I follow when I'm in a flare. My favorite place to kind of take care of myself, I guess, is our master bedroom. We do have a very comfortable couch, but our bed is just so comfortable and it's adjustable, which helps a lot. And sorry if this is gross, but I'm getting sick a lot and I prefer the upstairs bathroom to the downstairs bathroom. So, of course, we've got Harlow, who really wanted her own pillow, so she's got it. Ellie the elephant, TV remote, bed remote. Then this is my little medical bin. So in here I've got hand sanitizer, alcohol swabs, some IV medications drawn up and ready to go in case I need them. The big one is IV Benadryl. The two small ones are IV Zofran. Got some saline flushes. I also use this to collect the trash that comes from my IV therapy because there's a lot of trash basically. And this pouch holds my cannabis products. This video is not specifically a medical marijuana update. I am going to give y'all a thorough update video soon. But what I will say quickly is that even though I'm not a prior user whatsoever, I apparently have a ridiculously high tolerance to cannabis products, and it's annoying because that means I need more to see an effect, which is expensive, and also a lot of products don't work, as in they do not do anything to me whatsoever. But I'm determined, still trying to figure out a cannabis product that will really help with my pain. Still taking the oil morning and night, the sublingual one to help with my nausea and vomiting. But what I've also found is with this flare-up where I'm like extremely sick and vomiting a lot, the cannabis isn't helping too much with that either. Not with the flare-up. Like the day-to-day maintenance and helping me eat, yes, but like I said, this is not a cannabis update video. I will give y'all one soon, but kind of stuck is how I feel in that area. Anyways, I'm running fluids, and when I'm on flare protocol, I run continuous fluids at 125 milliliters an hour. I'm running lactated ringers, which is basically saline with some added electrolytes in there. And I also have a Y-port extension. So this right here, this blue part is the end of my port, my central line. And typically I would just connect it straight up to the fluids, but I put this Y-port extension on because you'll see there's a free enclave here. So let's say I need to push an IV Zofran, I just push it through here because it's compatible with the LR, so I don't have to like pause my infusion, push meds, restart the infusion. I just put it through the extra enclave here. I would flush the Zofran and then I would flush a saline afterwards. I'm actually due for a dose really soon, so I will demonstrate that for y'all. And then over here on my nightstand, I've got a Powerade. It's not agreeing with me, so I'm not really drinking that one. I've got water, my phone, my laptop. I have a speaker because I'm really into audiobooks. This might excite some of y'all. So Judd and I have watched all the Harry Potter movies. I wouldn't say we're like fanatics, but we made it like a point last year to watch all the movies from start to finish in order. But we've never read the books, and Lauren, my sister-in-law, finally convinced me to do the books, but I can't read because it'll give me migraines, so I listen to audiobooks a lot. So I just started the first Harry Potter book on Audible. It's pretty good. Everyone says they're better than the movies, and I don't doubt it, so I'm excited. And then, picture my dad. Isn't he awesome? He's actually coming to stay with us for a bit later this week. So I really need to rest up because I want to feel well when he gets here. And Harlow's just adorable. Oh, and of course, heating pad. I have one in the car. I have one down on the couch downstairs, and I have one here by my side on the bed. And I have an ice pack too. I just put it back in the freezer. We have a mini fridge upstairs, and it has a little freezer part, so I don't have to go downstairs, thankfully. But when I'm really nauseous, putting a cold ice pack on the back of my neck and the heating pad like on my upset stomach, that helps. So that's what I've been doing. My protocol is also a little different depending on exactly what symptoms I'm experiencing during a flare-up. If I was into a mast cell flare, and again, it's not too dangerous to the point where I should go to the hospital, like we can manage at home, then it'd be basically the same setup, but I would be pushing Benadryl Q4, or I would do 25 milligrams Q2. It means every 2 hours. I would either do 25 milligrams every 2 hours or 50 milligrams every 4 hours. I've had some mast cell symptoms kind of pop up with this flare, but I put some Atarax, which is another antihistamine, through my feeding tube, and that seems to have taken care of it. But that's why I have the IV Benadryl there, just in case. And I'm just so nauseous and unfortunately dry heaving and puking a lot, so I've been taking the Zofran. It's 4 milligrams. I actually take it every 4 hours, which is a little more frequent than typical, but it's just my doctor's okayed it, and that's what works for me. So this is kind of my flare protocol. As y'all can tell, I feel so much better than yesterday, but I still really don't feel good. I'm really proud of myself though, because I managed to take a shower, which was my big goal for the day. Take a shower. And I got that done. So that's about it. Actually, I can push my next Zofran now, so I'm gonna do that. Sanitize. Zofran. Take the swab cap off. Clean the enclave with an alcohol swab. Remove the cap. I don't have to alcohol swab this because this part is sterile. As long as I don't like drop it and contaminate it, I don't have to alcohol swab it. So then I connect it, unhook the clamp, and then I slowly push it, and the fluids are still, you know, going into my central line, and then this through the Y port, I'm also administering the Zofran, which again, on days where I am administering a lot of IV medications, but I also need to be on continuous fluids, this Y port comes in it's very handy. And now, since the Zofran is still in this tubing, I'm just gonna flush with the saline, and then I'll put a new enclave on, which is basically just a cap with alcohol in it to keep the tip really clean, and that's that. Yep, and a lot more trash from just administering that. Yep, so this is my home hospital flare-up protocol. Thankfully, not too severe of a flare-up. I mean, at least not anymore. Yesterday was pretty bad, but I'm definitely through the worst of it. Getting better. And depending on exactly what's flaring, like mast cell or pain or GI issue, like nausea and vomiting, which I'm having a lot of right now, that'll depend on if I need to run a banana bag, which has extra multivitamins and minerals and stuff like injected into the fluids, or if I need to do other types of IV medications and how often the dosing. But typically I just run my IV therapies, use my IV meds, try and use other things like my cannabis, ice packs, heating pads, and really just give my body what it needs the most, and that's rest. So Harlow looks like she's ready for a nap. She was liberated this pillow, so I might steal it and join her in that nap. So I will see y'all a bit later. Harlow, your big head, like right in the way. It's okay, because I love you. You can tell them good morning. Come here, where are you going? Oh, are you stretching? You tell them good morning. Did you tell them the good news? Yes, the good news. Hey y'all, so good Wednesday morning. I am feeling so much better today. I'm so thankful. Finally feeling more like myself. Oh my goodness. You know, yesterday I told myself I would pick the camera up later, sign off, finish the vlog. That didn't happen because I just kept going through waves of like feeling better and feeling terrible again, and I slept a lot, and I just... Now Harlow has a toy. Hippo has a toy. She's pushing my hand with it. Okay, let me finish this hippo and I will entertain you. Because you've been so good taking care of me the past few days. It's funny because, you know, Harlow's all spunky and energetic right now. The past 2 to 3 days where I've just been on like my flare protocol and laying in bed, running fluids, and she's been so calm, like not in a shading play at all. She knows. I love how intuitive you are. Such a good dog, yes. But anyways, y'all, yeah, I'm feeling better. It just seemed to be a flare up just from the travel and the break in routine. Routine is really important for me with chronic illness. I'm sure it's the same for many other warriors. And was all the family fun and memories worth it? Yes, but very thankful to be through that. Yesterday, Judd, he was trying to make me laugh. Of course he succeeded. He's like, are you upset? Are you sad? Yeah, it's just discouraging and frustrating. You know, I feel worse. I feel worse than I usually do. And he goes, ooh, you usually don't feel all that good to begin with. Glad for my treatments and glad for my support, my hippos, my husbands, my family, y'all. Thank you for the encouragement the past few days, and yeah, just wanted to show y'all doing better. So with that, I will say goodbye and thanks for joining us on our adventure.